Well, hello, and welcome to Friday Night Clock Talk. I'm Robin Sullivan, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Keriellen Lohrman, for Gardens of Naples.
Hi.
So, tonight's a little different. We are playing some serious trivia with prizes going to rescues that are on the tour, which we were just looking at the tour schedule, and it's a 20-day tour. So, you've heard of a 3-hour tour. This is a 20-day tour. So, Nick has given me instructions just in case. It's a little different tonight. I just want to remind you too, you can like and follow the Leather Elves on Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. But stay tuned because we do a lot of updating on and we also have the Rockstar Rescue Tour page. And that's got, updates on what we're doing, any kind of pop-up sales. We're doing our sponsor spotlights and our rescue spotlights on the Rockstar Rescue Tour. We also share them on the Leather Elves. So there's a lot of different ways to stay connected. So, all right, tonight we're doing Rockstar sponsored trivia. And to play, I recommend that you watch us on your smart TV, your tablet, your computer, and then you play along on your smartphone. So you just scan that QR code on your phone and you'll be ready to play. You can also go to crowd.live and enter the code 3WZEZ. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. So we will have, all right, so tonight you got to pick a team. That's a little different. All the Rockstar Rescues on this year's tour are available to choose from. So you choose one, and that's who you're playing for, but you're also playing for you because we want to reinforce this positive behavior. It's always good, right?
Yeah.
So we'll have an individual leaderboard and a team's leaderboard that will be between each question. No worries on how big your team is. The scores are averaged based on each player. So if you're a team of one, that's okay. We have prizes for first, second, and third. And you have 1 minute to answer each question. The quicker you answer, the more points you earn. So I would be so out, and so would Kerry, because I don't know, you're pretty good on the phone though.
Yeah.
But you gotta be quick.
When I'm driving.
Yeah, you guys, I need some. Yeah. Anyway, you'll see us driving this summer. So get signed in. We're starting the 5-minute time before we begin. So get started. Sign up on your phones, and then we'll get it started. We've got 5 minutes. You can do this. I know you can. Technology is scary, but it's okay. It starts in 5, 4. No, he's counting down by the minutes. So talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
We can fill here. That's okay. So, Kerry, what's your favorite part about the Rockstar Tour?
Driving.
You like driving no matter what. So, what else do you like about the tour?
My favorite part was getting to meet everyone.
It was pretty cool. And for those of you that haven't seen it, I did a kind of a synopsis on at Parrot Festival this year, and it's about what we learned at each one. I mean, everybody had something different.
Absolutely, it was great.
And I called it Rescue Done Right because, in my opinion, there's no one right, and I think we found that out.
Absolutely, there was a lot of good information out there,
and people were patient, which is always good because,
stuck in traffic.
So I wish you guys could see this. This is the schedule, and this is like the final version. I said to Kerry, we could add this one more rescue. And yeah, we keep adding them, and Nick is just hating me for it. I know he is. Diane Hyde is up there as a Hall of Famer. Diane has supported us both years. This year she did a donation. So every rescue on the tour will get some Leather Elves toys in addition to our other sponsors. And Diane is wonderful. She's from Long Island Parrot Society. She's been a mainstay there for a very long time, and she's always supportive of the projects that we do. So, hi, Michelle. I did admit to being afraid of something. I'm afraid of so much. You have no idea. It's just this persona. You don't see it.
You're not afraid of my driving?
I'm not afraid of Kerry's driving.
In the snow, maybe.
Okay, so when we were going from Florida to Texas and we ran into the snowstorm, how does that work? We did drive through some snow. It was fine. It was a foot of snow and no, plows or anything like that, but it's okay. So
in a Prius.
And Deb, Lex was with us, and that was, poor Deb was in the back seat,
white knuckles,
because she hasn't seen snow. She's a Florida girl, and so we apologized to Deb profusely, but it's okay. So I'm glad you guys are here, Laurie, Michelle. Snow on palm trees. That's exactly what it was, Laurie.
We have photos.
I do, and the snow on the palm tree was a classic. So hopefully there won't be any snow this time. We've got,
it is July and August.
Oh yeah, well, but it's us, and we were going to do it a little bit later in the year, but we thought the passes might be closed. We are, just for those of you who don't know, we're going from Maine to Seattle, Tacoma. And we're going to go to a fly day for Flight Club. Some of the places we're going to visit, we're visiting Berkshire Bird Paradise is the first stop. Then Evelyn's in Nanticoke, Pennsylvania. Then Parrot's Hope. We're going to stop at In a Pickle, one of our sponsors, a great bird store. Then Charlie Brown Bird Rescue, Mango's Haven, Sugar Creek, Minnesota. I know, Laurie, you got to make sure there's no snow. We might get to see Laurie on this tour. That's the exciting part. That's the real goal right there. A place to call home. Then we're going to Bird Fever in Indianapolis. Frosty and Friends, Cockatoo Ranch. We're going to stop at the Michigan Avian Experience and possibly another stop in Michigan. Birds and Beaks in Battle Creek, Greater Chicago Cage Bird Society. Care, Roseberry, Feathered Friends. We are going to go to the Crane Foundation. We have 45 seconds. Can I do this? Parrots Umbrella, Mars, Midwest Avian Adoption. No, Midwest Avian. Oh, they're going to be so mad at me. Avian Suites. We're going to go to the Hemker Zoo, Four Birds Foundation. We're going to stop by and see Miss Cindy from Centurion. And then the Tracy Aviary, Wasatch Avian Education Society, Rocky Mountain Rescue, then Cascade Raptor Center, Northwest Parrot Rescue, Macaw Rescue, Flying Colors, Mollywood, and Flight Club.
And I've never been to any of those places.
I have. Some of them are very
all cool. Be new to me.
It'll be fun. So 3 seconds.
Comes to that question.
You ready, guys? Here's the question. In the wild, what two colors are budgies? Blue and yellow, yellow and green, blue and white, yellow and white. So read the question. You have a minute to answer, and then we will show you guys the most popular answer that was picked, the correct answer, and then we'll show you the leaderboards. You're going to get less points the longer it takes you. All right. And A&E is one of our sponsors. They sponsored us last year, and they're sponsoring us again this year. Thank you. Big thank you to A&E. If you guys are looking for cages and great toys, check out A&E Cage Company. So the suspense is killing me. I wonder who knows. Do you know?
Possibly.
Okay. Possibly. maybe I
might have one in each of those colors.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Good. Okay. But in the wild, what colors are they? Good answers. We've got 80% of you answered yellow and green. All right. And we had one answer of blue and white. We have seen blue and white. So 80% of the people answered correctly. This is awesome. I'm kind of excited about this. All right. Cockatoo Ranch is in the lead. Mango's Haven and Four Birds Foundation. All right. Looking at 1, 2, and 3 right there. And then Kim is in the lead. Michelle and Laurie McFarland. Laurie, I know your fingers are faster than this. I do. I've seen it. So, all right. Are we ready for question number 2? Frank, you got to be on your phone. Frank's trying to answer right here. How many Rockstar rescue tours have taken place? And Aronico has been a sponsor before for the Rockstar Rescue Tour. Amazing Planet Pleasures toys. I know you guys are familiar with them. They're great for foraging. They're great for shredding. Lots of good stuff. And Ronnie's kind of cool too. So we want to thank Ronnie for that. So have there been 5 tours, 3 tours, 1 tour, or is this year's the first one? I don't know. Frank, sign up on your phone. We've got to get Frank in there. Frank, scan the QR code right there on the screen, and then it will take you, and you can pick a rescue, play for them, and play for you. Frank, you can't answer on the phone. You don't win if you play on the phone. And we know you're a winner, Frank. I've heard that said about Frank, haven't you? He's a winner. He's going to sign off in a minute. He's like, I'm not talking to you anymore. All right. So 60% of the people answered right and 40% answered incorrectly. Oh, no. What? I'm so confused, Nick. The correct answer is 1. 2 of you answered correctly and 3 of you answered. What did you answer? 5? I don't know. I have to look at these.
Now you're cheating.
I am cheating. So Cockatoo Ranch is still in the lead. Mango's Haven and 4 Birds Foundation. Midwest Avian Adoption is coming up close. Michelle is number 1. Laurie is number 2. Kim is number 3. Hollis Dickerson and Chris Sinise are coming up quick. So those fingers got to be a little bit quicker, Hollis and Chris. All right. How many? But you skipped a question on me, Nick. What is the name of the series of bones in a parrot's tongue? Papillae, cartilage row, hyoid apparatus, or xiphoid process? Those are all sounding pretty. Sounds like we know what we're talking about. I Google with the best of them. Sweet. Shelly, isn't that you that's answering? Shelly says she has someone smart and quick. All right, that's the key to this, guys.
Smart and
quick. Because smart is important, but quick is maybe more important in this situation. I don't know.
Most of my struggles with this is because I'm driving and
she's driving while she's trying to do it.
Talk to text doesn't work.
That's another one of our sponsors. Avian Suites is a great sponsor. We are going to go see Karen Anderson at Avian Suites. They are an incredible bird boarding facility in Minneapolis. Okay, so we had 1 answer of papillae and 4 answers of the hyoid apparatus. What's the correct answer, Nick? Hyoid apparatus. All right, the papillae are the little fringy things in the back of their throat. So you got to look for the papillae. I learned this from Melanie Allen. They have to be jaggedy. It's important.
You don't want them to be blunt.
You don't want them blunt. Okay, so you learned something there.
Or none.
Mango's Haven. Oh, they moved into first place. Cockatoo Ranch. Shelly, I don't know. Were you making comments? Oh no, I missed who was next. Laurie is in first place. Michelle in second. Kim in third. Hollis, Chris, Jen Belland has come on to the leaderboard. Jen, make those fingers fly. Who have we got? Let's see. Shelly loves her village. She's putting a cage together. Well, get on whoever's typing, Shelly, because it's important. All right, we ready for that next question? How many rescues are we visiting on the 2025 tour? So when I was making up this question, I really wanted to put too many, but I didn't. I thought I would behave. So Saving the Blues. This is the bird endowment. Dorothy Patterson continuing.
Her birthday today.
Happy birthday, Dorothy. Continuing the legacy of her sister, Lainey Rickman. And so they are wonderfully supportive. They do great conservation work. I know you support them.
Yes,
Bird Gardens in Naples supports the
We've
bird
got some babies there.
There we go. It's important.
I don't know about this year yet.
Yeah. You get your nest box and it's how exciting is it when you get that?
I know.
You get a notice. I got a baby. It's like, yes. Oh, Laurie says she hit the wrong one.
Fat fingers. I have that problem.
All right. Let's see. We've got 6 answers that said the third one, which is 25, and 1 that said tons. Was that you, Laurie? Was that
don't
Tan's
know.
answer?
That was my
Technically, that
answer.
is a good answer, but let's see what the correct answer is. The correct answer was 28. Haha. So you got to pay attention because at one point we were at 25, but we've added a few, we sneak them in. So Mango's Haven is still in first place, Cockatoo Ranch, Four Birds Foundation, Midwest Avian, Birds and Beaks. Come on, let's get those fingers moving. And Parrot's Umbrella. All right. Laurie McFarland, Michelle, Kim, Hollis, Chris, Jen, Frank signed on. Good job, Frank.
All right, Frank.
Frank, you got the other one. You got the other ones right, but you didn't get credit for them because you weren't on. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do some.
Send him a cheeseburger for ketchup.
Wow, she's fresh.
Yeah.
She's the fresh part of this duo. I'm just saying. All right, we ready for that next question, Nick? All right. Parrots belong to what taxonomic order? Psittaformes, Psittacidae, I can't even say them, Cockatuidae, and Aves. See, look at that. I pretended to say those right. Did they sound professional? Bird Fever. Our friends Joanna and Mark Roth out in Indianapolis. We will be stopping at Bird Fever.
Yes.
You've never been to their store?
No.
It's a wonderful store. I've spoken there, and I think we're going to be doing an evening event with them at the store. And if we're not, Joanna and Mark, sorry, now we are. Surprise! We like to, again, we slide these little things in. Nobody knows they're coming. It's all good. So I don't know. This one's a little tough. Do you know the answer? I could show you the key.
That would be cheating.
All right. So we had 3 answers. 3 said Psittaformes, 3 said Psittacidae, and 1 said Aves. Okay. So the correct answer is Psittaformes. The others were Aves. They are Aves.
Yeah, I was going to say technically.
They are Aves, but we asked for the taxonomic order. See, caught you guys. Look at that.
Kingdom.
Cockatoo Ranch, Mango's Haven, Four Birds, Parrot's Umbrella is moving up there quick. Midwest Avian Adoption and Rescue Center. That's it. No, Rescue Society. I'm in so much trouble. And Michelle, Laurie, Kim, Hollis, Jennifer, Chris, and Frank. I need my glasses for little ones. Can't you see me doing this? But good job, you guys. We're kind of keep holding on to that first place spot, Michelle. I don't know. Michelle's pretty quick. Is shadow typing or are you? We'll have to find out. The truth will come out at some point. It's not going to be some big, scandal, but we will find out. So maybe he's just giving Michelle the answers. Might be. I think Michelle knows the answers.
Shadow might be typing. That's not.
Can Shadow type? Shelley says Bird Fever is a great store. It absolutely is. And Mark and Joanna are just incredibly knowledgeable. So we want to thank them for being sponsors of the tour. All right. Next question. It was so much fun. On the 2024 tour, we visited a place where rescue birds live with mermaids. Name that facility. Weeki Springs, the Mertailers Mermaid Aquarium Encounter, Disney World, or Wet Bird World. Wet Bird World, fun. I think so. This place was phenomenal. Yes. This was one of those that we threw in there. Michelle says Shadow's sleeping on the job. He can only order things from Amazon. He can't type. So we know that it's Michelle. All right, let's see. So we want to thank Bird Gardens of Naples. Carrie is the stable rock behind this. I lose my mind and go, this isn't going to work. How are we going to do this? What are we going to do? And can we add one more? And we can go there, can't we? And she just kind of goes, yeah, okay, we'll make it happen. All right, let's see. We've got 2 people said Weeki, 5 people said the Mertailers Mermaid Aquarium Encounter, and nobody picked the others. What's the correct answer, Nick? The Mertailer. And this was incredible. Eric and his partner have done such a nice job there. And for those of you that said Weeki, you weren't that far off, because his grandmother, Eric's grandmother, right, was one of the first mermaids at Weeki Wachee, and she got in the tank at Mer Taylor's on her birthday.
On her birthday, yes.
Yes, so that's
I saw that.
That's really cool. So if you guys are in,
and he's right up the road from
he's in
Lecanto.
Lecanto. So if you are in Lecanto, Florida, you really should stop at the Mer Taylor's Mermaid Aquarium Encounter. All right, Cockatoo Ranch, holding on. Mangoes, 4 birds, Parrots Umbrella, Birds and Beaks, and Midwest Avian. All right, Birds and Beaks jumped up one. Michelle's still there, and she's swearing that he's not, typing for her. So Michelle's the smart cookie here. Laurie, Kim, Hollis, Jennifer, Frank, and Chris. Okay, so fast fingers. That's all it takes. Next question, please. Who was the original owner of Charlie, the blue and gold macaw, who is reported to be 114 in 2014? Keriellen Lohrman.
Had lots of Charlies.
President Harry S. Truman, Winston Churchill, or Cary Grant? Bonka. Tell them about Bonka.
Oh, John's wonderful. He has supported so many, including us.
Yeah. He supported us last year. He took us for a tour we stopped by his place. Mm-hmm. He's located
over in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. And so we stopped by his place, and he's this wonderful man, and his mother.
Yeah.
He's got his mother making toys.
Slave labor.
We were like, is this legal? Mom. It is, though. But Mom does what she can, and she's just making toys. And I want to be like Mom when I get older. I'm probably going to be, because I am never going to be able to retire, but it's okay. Let's see. So nobody thought that Charlie was yours?
No. I've had lots of Charlies, though. And several blue and golds named Charlie, actually.
I have a Charlie dog. So one person said Harry S. Truman. 6 people said Winston Churchill. What is the correct answer, please, Nick? Winston Churchill.
I have a pigeon named Winston. Does that count?
That could count. Winston Churchill, a lot of people didn't know that he had a parrot. Some of you who have played trivia with us before, it has come up, I think. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, 4 birds, still holding tight at 1, 2, and 3. Parrots Umbrella, Birds and Beaks, Midwest Avian. Got to type a little faster. I don't know. But don't be sad. Michelle, Laurie, Kim, still holding 1, 2, 3. Hollis, Jennifer, Frank, and Chris. I'm counting on you guys to type a little bit faster, or get your bird to type. Frank, I know you've got smart birds over there in New York. You can get them to type faster.
Probably using voice to text.
Voice to text. That might work.
It's the
accent. The accent is always a little challenging. I start sounding like Carrie about halfway through the tour. So on day 10, you guys will be like, "What? Where did that accent come from on Robin? What is that about?" But yeah, it's worth it. And I gotta say, we have a blast doing it.
It's fun.
Shelley says no one will ever accuse her of having a blue and gold at Cockatoo Ranch. Probably not. Shelley is the cockatoo guru. So
I can arrange for to have.
We can bring you one if you'd like. No, we can't. We're not bringing a blue and gold.
We're not bringing any birds.
So yeah, she says that now. She said that to me last year too. If you guys haven't heard the story, we met 2 priests in a parking lot who were relinquishing their bird to Carrie. And we tell people, yeah, we met these 2 priests in a parking lot, and it just sounds like a really bad shaggy dog story, but it wasn't. And it came out really well. We were able to find a great home for that bird. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's, all these rescues we've got out there are doing incredible work, finding new places for these birds, getting them in the right situation. And I think that's super important. All right. What's the next question? It gave you guys a break so your fingers could relax. What facility on the 2024 tour free flies parrots? All of these answers, by the way, are on the Rockstar Rescue Tour page. You have to watch the videos. I don't know if you have time now. You've only got a minute, but Straw Hat Parrots, Buddy's Birds, Flight School Rescue, or High Flyer Rescue. Centurion Cage is a new supporter. They do incredible perching and play stands and you use the big heavy perches. Yeah. And she does. So Cindy and Al do a wonderful job with that. They are donating, I believe, 250 perches.
Wow.
That we need to pick up in North Carolina.
Picking them up in the
Carolinas. We're going to pick those up at Raleigh-Durham Cage Bird, their event on Memorial Day. So if anybody wants to come to Raleigh-Durham on Memorial Day weekend, we will be there.
Mm-hmm.
So
driving,
missing on the barbecues, but it's okay. All right. We had 3 answers that said straw hat. 1 person said Buddy's Birds. 2 people said flight school rescue, and nobody picked high flyer rescue. What is the correct answer? That's right. Straw hat parrots. And, at this point, I want to really pay tribute to James, who was the owner of Straw Hat Parrots. James had an incredible passion, and when we got there, he had made freeze-dried candy
for us.
And he made it for us, and we're like, "Did you make this for the birds?" Nope, for you guys. And he got us addicted to freeze-dried candy.
Yes.
And but watching James, for those of you that don't know, James has passed. But watching James with his birds, there was some passion. There was peace and passion. And he would stand there, he'd say macaws, and they would come. And it was an incredible experience. Jen's blaming her Wi-Fi. Goddamn my Wi-Fi. Let's see. So Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, 4 birds. You're still holding at 4, Jen, so it's okay. Parrots Umbrella, Birds and Beaks, and Midwest Avian.
I'm lucky I'm here and not home, because from what I understand, we've had no Wi-Fi on my property for 2 days now. And that's why none of the phones are working.
Yeah, but it's not snowing there, so
it might be.
And we've got Michelle, Laurie, and Kim still holding at 1, 2, and 3. You guys are all staying in the same places. I don't know, Jen, 5 for your individual rating. So I don't know, but and Debbie signed in. Debbie, did you sign in on the phone too? We'll give Deb. We'll do a little fill here. So Debbie, you got to sign in on your phone. Scan the QR code. You can pick a rescue to play for. Shelly said she'll make us some freeze-dried candy.
Ooh,
nice.
Sour.
Bribery will get you guys everywhere. I'm just saying, we can be bought with food.
I don't even really eat candy, but that was like
Debbie.
Now I'm addicted.
No. Debbie, scan the QR code on the screen, and then sign in with your phone. And you can. Oh, you're on the phone. Oh, go to crowd.live. And enter code 3WZEZ. So she cannot QR. Okay,
but I can't either.
Nick can QR though. That's why we QR. Okay, so Debbie's working on it. But we have to do a shout out to Companion Parrots Rehomed. They packed us a cooler with meat and olives and cheese, dark chocolate, and we do get a little.
Those cranberry trail mix.
So good. So
I don't know.
It was cranberries and dark chocolate and almonds.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Thank you.
Thank you to Companion Parrots.
That was actually our breakfast and lunch.
Because we didn't stop for food. So that's the other thing about the list. If you look at our travel list, our tour schedule, we don't. I don't, because I forgot to do it last year.
You didn't allocate time for bathrooms or food.
I did not allocate time for bathrooms or food.
Or gas.
So we didn't. And then when we got to the hotels at night, we were exhausted. So we didn't go out to dinner.
We ate tomato and cheese sandwiches.
We did. We bought tomato and cheese sandwiches in Pennsylvania. They were awesome, but
they lasted us several days.
Michelle says she hasn't eaten anything yet, so we're killing her. Okay. Well, you're in California though. It's still way early.
And
it's not dinner time.
We would have had no meals.
No.
Deb
Lex bought us dinner one night. So thanks to Deb.
She forced us.
Yeah, she's like, get a good meal. So if we're a little late to places, it's because we stopped to get something to eat this time. Or pee. It's important. Okay. Next question, please, Nick. Which parrots build a nest of sticks rather than a cavity and are also colony nesters? Orange-winged Amazons, rose-breasted cockatoos, budgies, monk parakeets. All right. Bird Jewelry by Dawn. Dawn does the incredible, and I don't have any right with me, the incredible polymer clay bird necklaces, bracelets, earrings. They're beautiful.
I have an African gray.
You have she did, I've got an owl that she did. You need an owl because you have your owl box. So, so she does those. She does, she did an eagle for me. She did a Harris hawk for me. She does some beautiful work. She does have a vulture. I might need that. So birdjewelry.com by Dawn. It's definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. And I didn't even read the choices. Let's see how you guys did. 2 people said orange-winged Amazons. 1 person said rose-breasted cockatoo. And 4 people said monk parakeets. The correct answer is monk parakeets. Little bit tricky there, better known as Quakers, but we do want to challenge you. Oh, Pam has an African gray necklace too. Shadow thinks he's working on a nest of wood slivers. There we go. And Shelly has one, Cleopatra, that hangs in her kitchen window. Her work is beyond amazing. It definitely is. So Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, 4 Birds Foundation still hanging in. Frank had 40 of them, and he used to love watching them build their nest. So cool. And people, they are pests in some places, considered pests. And they do nest in unfortunate spots sometimes, like on power lines and things like that. And it's our job to speak up. When you hear something about something that's going on in legislation, you should probably do something about it because your voice matters. Debbie's in. All right. Michelle, Laurie, and Kim are hanging in at 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. We didn't know that Kim was like the trivia, ringer there. I knew Laurie was quick. I knew Michelle knew the answers. I didn't know about Kim though. So Kim is at 4 Birds Foundation in Nebraska. And we're going to be going to see Kim on the tour. So we're excited. And now we know not to go out to play trivia with her.
Yeah.
I mean, or unless, we want to put her in charge of the team. We could do that. But all right, let's see. Next question, please. No, I missed it. No, this is why I have her along. Many times parrots help us through tough times and challenges. Which rescue on the 2024 tour has a special program called Healing Wings, Sam and Sam Bird Therapy? Sam's Rescue, a Helping Wing Parrot Rescue, Nana and Papa's Nest, or Lonely Gray? Shelly has a cockatoo that makes shanks out of the wood. I know some of
I have several that will shank you with that wood.
There are definitely some.
Sid Vicious was out and about the other day.
Yeah. Sid made a break. What you doing? Come here. Come closer. Come closer.
So cute.
Yeah. Debbie has a bird named Sam, and he's getting therapy. It's not Debbie though. You're not one of the choices. Let's see. All right. Sam's Rescue, a Helping Wing Parrot Rescue, Nana and Papa's Nest, or Lonely Gray? Somebody's been paying attention. The correct answer is Nana and Papa's. And that is an incredible program that they have. We met Sam. Sam, and I was talking to Dolly, who runs Nana and Papa's, the other day, and she was telling me they're actually working with some nursing homes. I know you do that too, taking birds out to meet the residents in nursing homes, but they're also going to take on another individual who's having some challenges. And Sam is going to mentor that person with a bird. So it's super exciting. And, these are the kind of things when we're talking about why it's important to have birds in our lives. That's the kind of thing, they do sometimes help us through tough times. And we help them through tough times too. I think it's give and take. So yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. Cockatoo Ranch still there at number 1, Mangoes Haven, 4 Birds, Parrots Umbrella, Birds and Beaks, Midwest Avian, and Flight Club Foundation. Debbie got a late start, but, and then we've got Michelle, Laurie, and Kim still in 1, 2, and 3. Oh, and Brittany Riley actually just joined. So welcome, Brittany. and we can make up some ground. I know we can. So, all right. So Shelley says she has 2 birds that work together for evil. Yeah, I don't know.
I can add to that.
Yeah, do you want some more of those? We could actually probably bring you some cockatoos. You got any extra cockatoos just hanging out?
A few.
All right. Debbie says better late than never. What?
Cookie the cockatoo that like everybody has to clear the property when Cookie's with Junior.
Oh yeah, I've met Cookie. Well, I haven't actually physically met Cookie because I would have bandages and stuff. But no, we can't restart, Debbie. Listen,
sure,
we can. You can restart. Well, when we're done, just go through and answer them all again after it's over. Love ya. Okay, what's the next question, Nick? What parrots have brush-tipped tongues? Hairy parakeets. Say that 5 times fast. Lori's lorikeets, Timna African greys, or half-moon conures. Harrison's Bird Food, we want to thank them. They were the first sponsor to sign on this year, and we want to thank Dana and her team. They are providing us with food for each rescue and a $1,500 stipend for travel because Jen's giving away cockatoos too because we need gas money. Yeah, the gas prices are not helping. Can you guys do something about that? I don't know. But yeah, so we want to thank Harrison's, and I know they've come out with some new products recently. Nuggies, I think they're called. Yes, and so those are. And according to Kathy Hahn at My Safe Bird Store, they are yummy. So
did she?
Yeah, she said they were yummy. Kathy tried them, and let's admit it, we've all done that.
I've eaten probably every bird food.
It's true. Yeah. All right, let's see. We've got nobody thought it was hairy parakeets. Disappointed.
I wanted to pick the hairy parakeets. I know, just because it was fun.
Hairy parakeets, Lori's lorikeets, Timna African greys, and half moon conures. All right. Let's see what the correct answer is. The correct answer is Lori's and lorikeets. Their tongues are just so cool. Yeah. They're like they're fuzzy. They're just really neat, which is why they eat differently. And so that's just something that stick that in the back of the information file. And we'll see how that goes. All right. Still Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, and 4 Birds Foundation. You got those ringers in there, Shelley, for Cockatoo Ranch. Parrots Umbrella, Birds and Beaks, Flight Club, and Midwest Avian. So we are still in the same place. Michelle, Lori, and Kim still 1, 2, and 3. And we've got nobody new has joined this time. So a little faster typing there. I don't know. Brittany jumped ahead. Deb, were you chatting? Is that why? Debbie's typing comments. That's
why. It's like me always making comments.
Debbie is looking for a young gray for a home in California. If anyone knows a young gray out there that can work with a young lady getting into birds with a mentor working with her. All right. Good to know. So if anybody's got surplus grays, Jen, Kim.
Honest, all my grays are like old.
I know they're not a lot of young ones out there.
Most of them are blind and biting.
So any of our facilities have that. Deb is looking, and Deb is a good resource. Deb is out in the Pacific Northwest, and she is at Flight Club Foundation.
I have 26 very well flighted Amazons.
Yeah, and that's so nice for you because you're going to keep them. It does happen. And that's, something else we kind of have talked about on the tour last year and this year. Some places are sanctuaries. Some places do a lot of rehoming. Some do fostering. So at Bird Gardens in Naples, you do
all of the above.
All of the above. So
anything nice, I want in a home.
It's going out. And if it's more appropriate for it to be in sanctuary, that's where it stays.
Like the 26 Amazons.
She's just a Amazon hoarder.
No. Like no one wants to go.
Nobody ever call. Let me put this out there to the group. Does anybody who's in a rescue, does anybody ever call up and go, I have this super sweet Amazon? Does that ever happen? Just, I'm curious.
No, they say it's super sweet.
Okay. So it's super sweet and then it truly is. Does that ever happen?
Well, I can't. Candy's Libby.
That's true. Libby was amazing.
Although she did not care for children.
So
she wasn't a huge fan of men. If she was put on a man. She was okay, but a man couldn't go pick her up.
Okay, so I don't know.
So,
Debbie says
she was
yes.
super good.
Debbie says yes.
Not a lot, though.
And then Shelly's still talking about cockatoos.
That's because that's all she's got.
And Jen says yes. Debbie says she's commenting, invoicing, and playing all at the same time. She's excited about their auction results. That was a cool auction. It was really good. They did a really nice auction. And I didn't have any money. So Shelly says it would be lies. Lies, I say.
I have a friend on Facebook who just went and got an Amazon and talked to me up front about it. And I was like, these are things to, and then she posted the photos today of the wounds.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. It flew at her head.
Jen says she just got one. Well, it won't be there.
Sweet one?
It won't be there when we get there then, because the super sweet ones go out. Oh, we've got more players. We've got Allie and Douglas. So get those fingers going.
Stalling, we get more
look at that. Okay, next question, please, Nick. What was the southernmost rescue we visited on the 2024 tour? Majestic Wings, Nancy Forrester's Secret Garden, Companion Parrots Rehomed, or Down South Rescue? Yay, cockatoos forever. They're a little obsessed. I don't know. Frank has five.
Jen?
Frank has 5 twos, 2 U2s, 2 Rosies, and a Goffin. So Frank is another one of your cockatoo junkies. I don't know. In a Pickle Parrot Shop is one of our new sponsors this year. Paul has an incredible store in Ohio. He's got great toys, great birds, great food. He is very, very dedicated to responsible pet ownership. So we're going to stop and see Paul on the tour. Debbie's like giving people hints. Deb, you're giving people hints. She doesn't remember the name. It was in the Florida Keys. Majestic Wings, Nancy Forrester's Secret Garden, Companion Parrots Rehomed, or Down South Rescue. I got 3 people with Down South Rescue. Yes. I love it when my silly answers get guesses. It was Nancy Forrester's Secret Garden was the correct answer. Nancy's
super nice.
It was wonderful. Nancy is doing tablet work with her birds. She's got this beautiful little oasis in Key West, if that's possible. Like, Key West is beautiful to start with, but then she's got this wonderful
little nook.
It's you wouldn't even know it's there, and then you go and it's just amazing.
Except for the people loitering on the street.
Yeah, there are people on the street. Like, this must be where we're going.
With the parrot van.
Yeah, Nancy's was another surprise for us. We weren't planning on going there, but felt that
we just went, what the hell?
A stop we needed to make. So we got to go down to the Keys and see Nancy and meet Nancy, which is a treat in itself. Nancy is this wonderful woman who is so dedicated to the birds and her care. You kind of feel the love and the passion again. I mean, passion was kind of that's throughout.
Yeah,
all right, so we've got Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, and 4 Birds Foundation. We've got an added latecomer, A Little Budgie Told Me. We forget about our budgie friends. Michelle, Laurie, and Kim are still 1, 2, and 3. We've got Allie is new, and that's it, I think. It's tiny print, Nick. Nick has so much faith in my eyesight. I think, or either that or he just likes to see me squint. I'm not sure what it is.
It's a little bigger on their screen, and if they haven't figured it out yet, the trick is to look at your phone. You can get in a little bit quicker.
Oh, there we go.
For you to say the actual question.
Oh, I got it.
It's faster than listening.
It's true. I don't know. All right. It's more of that technology stuff, Nick. Come on.
He thinks because I've got a Twitch account, I'm good at that.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't done that, that's something you should really do. Is sign up for Bird Guns in Naples
on Twitch or YouTube.
On Twitch or YouTube, then you get to see the owl stick his head in the owl box.
It is so cute.
Ridiculously cute. Or
he needs to move into the owl box.
They've got a hawk platform. Can you also see the macaws on Twitch?
Yes, that's 24/7.
On the macaw
and
flight.
We're installing another camera in the macaw flight, so there'll be 2, because the camera is in the main room they feed. So you see like someone come in and eat and leave, someone come in. And there's a few that hang out there regularly, but now in the bigger part of the flight, we're putting in another camera. So there'll be two, so you'll be able to see the ones coming in to eat.
Very
the ones
cool.
hanging out doing nothing.
So sign up on the Twitch account. I don't, maybe
And
Nick
the
can put
Nenes.
that. Oh, the Nenes have a thing too on
They
the
have their own.
Nene geese doesn't get much cuter, I've got
got
to say.
2 hatching right now.
So Nick, if you can figure this out, I know I'm, asking for a lot because you're doing all these things, but if you could add how the Twitch account for Carrie in the comments, that would be amazing.
And that's free. That's that's just free to watch.
It's a good time for free.
Used to, if
You
you
guys are
subscribed to it for free and you were a Prime customer, you used to give a little bit of a kickback to the organization, but I don't know if that's still true.
I did get a donation check from Twitch for like $55 last month, so that must be what it is. I'm not on the technological side of that, so
That's why we have you guys, Nick. We have Alex down at Bird Gardens and Naples. We have you here. Debbie, you need to get yourself. Oh, you Debbie uses Nick too. I mean,
no.
has Nick's help. That's what I meant. Nobody just.
We're just begging Nick for help all the time.
Yeah. All right. What's the next question? Nick's like, I'm not doing any more questions. That's it. Okay. Where are the majority of a parrot's taste buds located? The roof of the mouth, under the tongue, on the feet, in the beak.
She would not let me put my choice up.
No, I would not. She was going to be fresh. And, somebody's got to stay professional. J&W Pets, another first-time sponsor of the Rockstar Rescue Tour. J&W Pets, they do toys. They do some really cool natural toys. They also do behavior consults. So that I met Jen years ago at Parrot Festival. And we talked to them again this year. They were vendors at Parrot Festival, and they decided to sponsor us. So thank you guys. So, all right. We, I don't know. There are a lot of different ways to look at this question, but it's a little tough. But
I know somebody would have picked mine.
I know they would have. Okay, we had 9 answers: the roof of the mouth, and 1 answer in the beak. All right. So what is the correct answer? The roof of the mouth. Nice job, you guys. So you've all taste tested this or made sure that that's where it was. And the feet didn't get anybody. Nobody picked the feet.
I mean, if you lick your feet when you're
if you're a window licker. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, and 4 Birds. Still hanging tight right there. But Debbie, you've jumped ahead one, so your technology skills aren't that bad. Michelle, Laurie, and Kim still 1, 2, and 3. So I got to tell you guys, Laurie is incredible at trivia, and she asked me earlier today. She sent me a message and she said, I want to help out a rescue. So who should I join? And I don't know where she ended up, but the whoever Laurie played for, you had a ringer right out of the gate because she is the quickest fingers. I don't know if she Googles quickly too. I don't know, or if she's that smart. I'm going to go with she's that smart and she types really quickly. All right.
Oh, and they made it easy. They don't even have to type. They just have to touch a colored button.
Well, that's, Laurie said, shh, don't tell anyone. Michelle asked Shadow for the answer. Okay, that's fair. Having parrots help you out is absolutely allowed in this game. All right, let's see. Ready for the next question, Nick? Which facility visited on the 2024 tour includes a store, a rescue, and a fantastic education center? Bird School Rescue, Companion Parrots Rehomed, Lonely Gray, Cape Fear Parrot Sanctuary. Laurie is a champion at trivia. We need to do this at World Parrot Expo somehow too, because it's fun.
Yes.
It is fun. It's definitely fun. Maybe we could do it at Fly Day, Deb, when we come out. I'm just saying. So the leather elves. What can I say about the leather elves?
They've got that whole flock of elves.
There's a bunch of elves. 2.
You're often
2. I'm kind of tall.
And you're both kind of tall.
Mark and I are the tallest elf. Buddy the elf. We're right there with him. We're the tallest elves that ever were. It's just us, but we seem to get it done. So I do have to thank the other elf because He puts up with so much, and
He puts
Carrie's
up
his
with
other
me.
wife, but it's okay. All right, we've got 2 people that said bird school rescue, 4 people said companion parrots rehome, and 3 people said Cape Fear Parrot Sanctuary. All right, what's the correct answer? Companion parrots rehomed, and they pack a mean lunch.
Yes.
So there we go. But they do. They have a store. They have an incredible library of classes. You can I think they're running one maybe this weekend. You can sign up online and do virtual classes with them. Wendy Whitesides runs their education program.
Yeah.
I've known Amber, who owns Companion. Well, it's Parrot University. I've known Amber for many years in the bird training community. So yeah, it's a great place. Companion Parrots rehomed in Polk, North Carolina, and I think it's Polk. So we were driving so much, I had no idea where we were half the time. Cockatoo.
Luckily, I do.
She does. Of course, she's talking to you on the phone at the same time. But Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, 4 Birds Foundation, 1, 2, and 3. And who have we got for individuals? Michelle, Laurie, and Kim. Oh, and we've added Celeste. All right, Celeste. And like Nick says, I could be looking on my phone, but we've added Celeste. So Celeste, get pressing those buttons, and we will continue with questions. All right, next question, please, Nick. Which college has named the Quaker parakeet its unofficial mascot, also known as the monk parakeet?
I was just throwing the monk parakeet now.
Penn State, San Francisco Community College, Brooklyn College, or University of Maine? Mighty Bird Toys. Rick Marklin is a phenomenal toy maker. The hardware on his big toys, his extreme toy line, is phenomenal. Rick supported us last year as well as this year. And he also knows rescue pretty intimately. His sister runs Magnolia Exotic Bird Sanctuary in Texas. So if you're looking for some really huge, really incredible toys, Mighty Bird Toys, they also do small toys, but I got to say their big toys are without rival. They are so good. All right, so are we thinking? Let's see. 1 person said Penn State. 1 person said San Francisco Community College. 5 people said Brooklyn College, and 2 people said University of Maine. It's too cold up here. The correct answer.
Quakers don't mind though.
They don't. Quakers will be anywhere.
Yeah.
But the correct answer was Brooklyn College, and I'm assuming that's for the
wild Quakers.
Wild parrots. No, that's the Brooklyn Parrots. So yeah, lots of Quakers. We've had a shakeup. Dun dun dun. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, and a up-and-comer Parrots umbrella. Nice job. 4 Birds has dropped down 1. So we gotta get those fingers going. Michelle, Kim, and Kim jumped ahead of Laurie. I don't know, because she was busy making comments about like how good she was and stuff. We got you distracted, Laurie. You're welcome, Kim. It's you can slip us that extra lunch when we come to 4 Birds Foundation in Nebraska.
Some crackers.
There you go.
The ones that Polly can't have.
Oh, that's true. We need good crackers. Polly wants a cracker? No. Does Polly really ever want a cracker? No. All right. Ready for the next question, please, Nick? Which facility was the first stop and the farthest north on the 2024 Rockstar Tour, proving that, yes, parrots do exist in Maine? Rhode Island Parrot Rescue, Siesta Sanctuary, Mainly Sanctuary, or Cape Fear Sanctuary? We have a new sponsor. Just signed up recently, My Safe Bird Store. We want to thank Kathy. Kathy has supported rescue for many, many years.
Been sending me stuff for years.
She's always there, and it's done quietly. It's not done with any big fanfare. She just does it, and she doesn't have to prove it to anybody. She doesn't have to, go online and say what she's sending out. She just does it. So we want to thank Kathy for supporting our endeavor. Laurie says she wanted to give somebody else a chance. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Laurie.
We're going to go with that, Laurie. Thanks. All right. what have we got for an answer here? Let's see. 5 people said Rhode Island Parrot Rescue. 2 people said Siesta Sanctuary. 2 people said mainly Sanctuary, and 1 person said, what is that? Cape Fear. No? Yes. The correct answer was Siesta Sanctuary. Marg and Fritz, an incredible couple. Their home is stunning. They have flocks of cockatoos and macaws.
Yeah.
And it's just really, really an amazing place to visit. So, yeah, there she is. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, and Jen, what happened? 4 birds jumped right up there again. I don't know. You got some competition going on. Who have we got for individuals? 1, 2, and 3, Nick? Michelle, Kim, and Hollis. Oh, wait a minute. So, they have the same last name. I don't know how I feel about this. There's some collusion going on, perhaps, Kim and Hollis. But all right, we've got 1, 2, and 3. Michelle's still hanging in there at 1. Laurie's given a lot of people a chance to get ahead. I don't know. But thank you, Laurie, for that. We appreciate that. Next question, Nick, please. What parrots have feathers that do not have barbules? Plucked parrots, cockatoos, eclectus, greater vasa. New Zooland, really cool concept. We want to thank Brandon and his crew.
Zoo boxes last year.
We did boxes last year for every rescue. If you are looking for a subscription box, New Zooland is great. You get to choose what type of toy you want, and then you get to so every month you get at least a foraging toy, but then you get 2 others. You choose shreddables, destructible, more foraging, depending on what your parrot prefers. You can add diet to that. There are treats that come with it. And they do like wing tip of the week on their Facebook page. So check out New Zooland. Wow. Jen said, screw you, Kerry.
What?
We could just drop her down. Nick, can we just drop Jen?
See if I invite her for any more hurricanes.
Wow, she's too competitive. All right, so 3 people said a plucked parrot. Nobody said cockatoos. 4 people said eclectus, and 2 people said greater vasa. The correct answer is eclectus. Good job, those of you that knew that. So in plucked parrots, we could have probably gone with that answer too.
Because they don't have any
feathers. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, and 4 birds. Nice job, you guys. Parrots Umbrella, you're holding strong. Michelle, Kim, and Jen. Hollis, what happened? Did Hollis back off? Jen's getting really uber competitive.
She is.
I don't know. All right. What have we got for the next question, Nick? Which rescue on the 2024 tour shared some exciting healing tech with us called the Assisi Loop? Nana and Papa's Nest, the Loop-de-Loop Rescue, Feathered Friends Forever, or a Helping Wing Parrot Rescue? I don't even know what to say about Nick on air as a sponsor. Nick is the one I call when I'm panicking. Nick is the one I call when I don't know how to do something, and he's always there. Debbie got one right. Good job, Deb. But Nick is the one who says, "No, we can do that."
Yeah.
No, and I come to him with harebrained schedule, like ideas.
Okay, sometimes he does tell us, "No, you guys are crazy."
And I appreciate that when he goes, "Yeah, no, that's not going to work."
What were you thinking?
He doesn't do that very often, but he is honest with us. So Nick on air is Nick. And we want to thank him for always being there for us.
Yes.
All right.
And not just us, a lot of people.
Okay, 1 person said Nana and Papa's Nest. 3 people said the Loop-de-Loop Rescue. 2 really? You guys fell for that? 2 people said Feathered Friends Forever, and 4 people said a Helping Wing. The correct answer is a Helping Wing.
And it was great last week. Jeannie and her husband Tom came down and visit me, and It was nice that they dropped in, took me out to lunch.
There you go, and it
was nice to see them.
Yeah, we got to visit with them when we went, and we toured her facility, and then she showed us. She actually did a treatment while we were there on one of her birds.
Yes,
and it was just. I thought that I'm like, there's no way that bird's going to stay there for a treatment.
And she had it.
She put a pile of food down, and the bird was like, "Yep, I'll stay." And the bird looked like it didn't even have any idea that that was happening. So it's very cool. A CC loop is the technology worth looking into. Cockatoo Ranch, and I know I talked to Shelly about the Assisi loop as well.
I want to try to. That's something I'm going to. I'll talk to Jeannie when
and we can talk.
I can to get that. I definitely.
It's worth looking into. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, Four Birds Foundation, and who have we got for individuals? Michelle, Kim, and Jen. All right. And have we added? I don't think we've added anyone.
They're going to call us Squinty.
Who's so much fun to drink with? What? Are you talking about cockatoos again, Shelly? You're not supposed to drink with the birds. Okay. Next question, please.
She meant who was visiting Carrie this past week.
Oh. She meant that Jeannie was fun to drink with. There you go. Got it.
All right. It was lunch. We had Diet Coke.
What are the feathers called that cover a parrot's ear holes? Old man feathers. Sorry to any old men out there. Auricular feathers, ear protective feathers, or auditory feathers. So I just read that, and then I read, I've had one for years, so worth the investment. But it was after I read the part about old man feathers.
Okay.
So Shelly,
she had an old man for years, or
I think she's talking about the Assisi loop.
Okay, because I invested in one of the others 30 years ago.
True. It's true.
I'll trade her the old man for the loop.
Wow. Hopefully Griff is not watching.
No, he's working right now.
Okay, good. So yeah, let's see.
He has no idea. I just offered to trade him off.
Right, I'm trading you for a treatment for the parents. It's okay. I don't know.
He would understand.
He would. And let's see. Nobody said old man feathers. 7 people said auricular feathers. Nobody said ear protective feathers, and 3 people said auditory feathers. The correct answer is auditory feathers. No, I'm sorry, auricular feathers. I'm like, oh, it's because I have to squint. I'm kidding. All right, how are we doing on the leaderboards there, Nick? Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, Four Birds, Parrots Umbrella. Jen, you're not being so competitive. What's up with that? How about the individuals? She's just not even going to talk to us when we get there.
I know.
Michelle, Kim. Oh, she did jump up to like number 3. So okay. Michelle, Kim, and Jen is being individually competitive. That's good. All right, let's see. What's the next question, Nick? What social media influencer gave us a tour of his flock? Fred the Birdman, Chris the Cockatoo, Zeb Ernest, Michael Myers. Polybird, this is something cool that you guys should really check out. And I am just so excited to be, talking to and working with Janet and Cody. What this is an app. It's a membership app, and your bird is able to talk to, see another bird, which is a very normal behavior.
And it's great for somebody who maybe doesn't have the opportunity to get out and socialize with their bird.
Mm-hmm. Or, if something,
not everyone owns 100.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's for that person. It's for anybody that's got a parrot, that person that has self-control and can stop at just one. But, it's a wonderful, wonderful app, and I would check it out if you have time. Definitely worth looking into. A great way for birds to communicate with other birds. Fred the Birdman, Chris the Cockatoo, Zeb Ernest, or Michael Myers. Nobody fell for Michael Myers?
No.
The correct answer is Zeb Ernest. So we got to go hang out with Zeb, and he introduced us to his flock, and we met his family, and
the kids are great with the birds.
It's so amazing to see them all just living together and being so successful at it.
Baby.
All right. Wait, what? So Shelly wants to talk about Laura Target training her husband in a bar with whipped cream. That's a story you'll have to tell us on the tour. I don't know that that's PG. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, and Four Birds. So Shelly's making all these comments, but she's got somebody over there.
Somebody's typing as she yells out the answer.
All right, and
maybe she's taught all the cockatoos with the shanks.
That's what it is. The shanky cockatoos.
Shanky whip cockatoos. I can follow a shanky whip.
And then individuals. Michelle. Jen has kicked it up to number 2. She is competitive. Laurie McFarland, what's happening?
She's going to win a free hurricane party.
He's gonna just zip in. Michelle, keep on typing. Jen's gonna zip into that first place spot. All right, next question, please, Nick. Shelly's like, not now. She's not telling us now. What is the action of preening or grooming the skin or feathers of another bird or favorite human? Allopreening, snuggling, barbering, grooming. It really depends who you are and what your answer is to this question, and we'll get some truth out of this whole thing right now. But yeah, it's definitely something that happens, and and I know Michelle knows the answer that it's not. We had this conversation the other night, but yeah, it's just Preview Hendrix is another one of our sponsors. Preview has graciously stepped up. This is their first time as a sponsor, and they will be providing product for the rescues on the tour. So we're so excited, and we want to thank them. They do some great toys, and their toys have little descriptions of what kind of skills they are for. Laurie says this may not be PG. Okay, 9 people said allopreening. 1 person said barbering. All right, what's the correct answer?
The person that said barbering has my bird.
There you go. It is allopreening.
It is allopreening.
And I put snuggling on there, and I'm so proud of you all that no one said snuggling. Very proud of you. All right, what are we looking at? Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, what happened? Oh, all right, and Four Birds Foundation. Okay, we're doing okay. We're kind of holding where we were. Michelle, Jen, and Kim were in 1, 2, and 3. Laurie said, okay, I got to kick out my game again, and she jumped up there. So, all right, we're still kind of hanging out just about the same place. What's the next question, Nick, please? Which bird toy and accessory company who sponsored the 2024 tour gave us a tour of their facility? A&E Cage Company, Aronico, Bonka Bird Toys, Mighty Bird Toys. Quaker Parakeet Society. So amazing.
Yeah.
I was a member.
Well, I believe we drove
what?
Quakers to Texas in a snowstorm.
We did drive some Quakers to Texas in a snowstorm. So because Vern needed them.
And he had a home for them.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, and that's the wonderful thing I'm finding. I don't run a rescue, you do, or a sanctuary. And it's that networking piece that's so important. Mm-hmm. We joke with Shelly and Jen, and we know them because of rescue.
Yeah.
And it's I can call one of them and say, hey, I've got somebody in your neck of the woods that needs help. And they're there.
And so, Debbie helped me out.
Debbie too.
A blue and gold macaw sometime back up in Seattle. Like somebody passed away and left it to me, but didn't tell me.
Didn't do the transporter.
No, didn't tell me they were leaving it to me. So there was never any, didn't know the person was passing, didn't know about the bird. Just one day, lawyer's office called me and said, hi, this is so-and-so from such and such, and your blue and gold is in our office.
And Debbie helped you out.
What blue and gold?
But we want to thank the Quaker Parakeet Society, and it's about that networking, that supporting one another in rescue. I think that's so important. So 2 people said A&E, nobody said Aronico, 7 people said Bonka, and 1 person said Mighty Bird. The correct answer is Bonka. And yes, again, watching Mom make toys, it was great. Just so FYI, Renee Landon has that bird now.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And we know Renee through going to Para Festival. And so it's those things are so important. Yeah. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, Four Birds Foundation, 1, 2, and 3. And Michelle, Jen, and Kim. I don't know, Kim, she's kicked you out of that second spot.
And Bonka is open to the public, so if anyone is down there, they can also have a tour of the facility too.
It's worth going.
John, if you go to buy bird toys or just pop in, John will take you for a tour.
And those of you in cold places, it is Florida, so it's worth going.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next question, please, Nick? What is the area located at the top of a parrot's beak where a parrot's nostrils are located? The cere, the nasal passage, the mandible, or the nose? Sugar Creek Bird Farm. We want to thank Bernie and her crew at Sugar Creek. They are a sponsor for the first time this year. We're going to be stopping at Sugar Creek. Bernie is second generation in that store.
Nice.
Her parents started Sugar Creek Bird Farm, and she, I think last year or the year before, took it over. They have emu.
Would they like another one?
No, they wouldn't. Carrie's trying to offload her birds. I don't know, you guys. But Sugar Creek, we want to thank them for being a sponsor there. I'm excited to go to their store. They've got beautiful outdoor aviary in the back. They've got all kinds of toys. They also do classes. They do virtual classes. So check out Sugar Creek Bird Farm if you're looking for anything like that. All right. 10 people said the seer. And nobody else answered at all. So you guys are brilliant. 100%. Yay, the correct answer. Very nice. 100% answered correctly. Look at that. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, 4 birds. All right. So Laurie McFarland wants an emu. Quick. Put Leo in the crate. Michelle, Jen, and Kim 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. Very nice. Michelle's holding tight there. She's doing well. Shadow's got those answers. All right. Next question, please, Nick. What are the groups of nerve endings found in the toe pads of a parrot's foot? These nerve endings are very sensitive to vibrations and can serve as a warning device to alert a bird to possible predator movement in its environment. Sensors, herbs corpuscles, capillaries, or bundles.
I call it my last nerve.
Yeah, you've gotten on my last nerve a time or two. No, not at all. So yeah, Laurie wants an emu. We'll be boxing up Leo as soon as Carrie gets home. So, what's your address, Laurie?
She has been naughty. Obviously, when I'm away, she does not behave like she was trained to.
So World Parrot Expo. The expo formerly known as Seattle Parrot Expo. This is put on by Flight Club Foundation. It is their biggest fundraiser, and they are supporting us. So I want to thank you guys so much at World Parrot Expo, and they are going to be, their expo is in September. So if you're in the Seattle area or up in the Pacific Northwest, it's worth going to World Parrot Expo. All right, we've got, let's see, 8 people said herbs corpuscles. 1 person said capillaries, and that was it. So what's the correct answer? You're gonna make me say it again. Herbs corpuscles. All right, so let's see where we are. Cockatoo Ranch, Mangoes Haven, 4 Birds Foundation. Okay, this question is, and we've got Michelle. Jen jumped up there.
Ooh, she's going after
her. Michelle, Jen, and Kim. All right. This is the last question. Dun, dun, dun. Can they hold on to it? What is the mission of the Rockstar Rescue Tour? To share information about the work being done in facilities across the country, to distribute and introduce rescues and sanctuaries to great avian products, to shine the spotlight on the great work being done in the avian community, all of the above. And Zorro's Toys by Melissa Davis. Melissa makes incredible toys. Melissa is an incredible parrot owner and trainer. Zorro is her kayik. She sends me pictures when she
2 kayaks. I would like her to come train right now.
We'll get Melissa on that right away. But she does such an incredible job training Zorro. She does such an incredible job giving him enrichment, changing up his enrichment, her husbandry is spectacular. She changes out his cage. She does a really nice job, and she makes bird toys, and she sends us bird toys. She supported us last year. Yep, last year and this year. Okay, so you all knew that the answer was all of the above. And thank you, because that is what it is. We love doing this. We have a ton of fun. And I will say, kayaks rule, Laurie says.
Laurie needs 2 kayaks and an emu.
So we could probably fit the kayaks in the same crate with the emu.
All I have to do is throw the kayaks on the emu, and they'll just nest.
Okay, so it'll be headed your way. So we also want to thank Jody Olmos. Jody is a Hall of Fame member. Jody has supported us 2 years now. And so thank you so much, Jody. We appreciate that and all you've done for the avian community. So we couldn't do this without you guys' support. We couldn't do it without our supporters. We couldn't, our corporate supporters. We couldn't do it without those of you who purchase boxes for people. We've got to pay for gas. We've got to pay for hotels. We've got to pay for the gas station food that we end up eating.
Not me.
Michelle says to spread the love. That too. Zora's the most enriched parrot on the face of the planet. We do want to work with officially creating the Zorro Award. That would be amazing. But yeah, we want to thank you so much. We've had a ton of fun, and we hope that you've had fun tonight. Nick, do we have our final? Okay, so this is the final. Cockatoo Ranch, yay for Cockatoo Ranch, first place. Cockatoo Ranch, I would assume I'm sending you a large, or not sending you, but it'll be a large Rockstar box. Just let me know if that's not what you want.
Shreddable.
Shreddable. Anything shreddable.
Just for the bookcase in.
Yeah, right. Do you want just lumber? We could send you lumber instead. That way the elves, Mark, don't have to cut anything. Mango's
It's a birch tree.
We'll just give you the whole tree. Mango's Haven came in second. Yay for Mango's Haven. Awesome. We really appreciate whoever was playing for Mango's, and I will be sending them, or not sending them, but adding a box to their list. And for Birds Foundation, Shelly wants birch slices. Okay, we can do that.
Oh yeah.
We can absolutely do. I'm making myself a note. Birch slices for Shelly. Shelly,
does she want a hole in them or just
hole in them or not? Of course, if Mark's watching, he's going, no hole, no hole, no hole. And for Birds Foundation, Kim, if you want to just let me know what size you would like for small, medium, or large parrots, we can definitely make that happen. So congratulations to those three. The fact that what? Wait, no, wait.
Oh, go ahead.
The fact that the rest of you guys all showed up, I'm going to figure out something for the others. Parrots Umbrella, Birds and Beaks, Flight Club, Midwest, and a little budgie. There will be an extra something for the rest of you because you had fun with us tonight. I hope you had fun. Oh, Shelly says she wants a hole. All right.
What size hole?
We got that. We're all set with that. And the individuals who won are Michelle. Yay, hey. Michelle. Brilliance extraordinaire with her sidekick Shadow. Jen, awesome. Jen came from behind and still, managed to get in there. And Kim, nice job. I think I have all of your information for all of you. If you, I will be sending you a surprise from the Leather Elves. If you would like to donate it to one of the rescues on the tour, we can do that as well. And I want to thank everybody that played. We had fun doing this.
Yes.
And
it was worth the trip.
She came all the way up here just to do this. You don't think that Carrie just showed up in Maine, do you? It's just for you guys. She showed up. She could care less about me. She's going to see me for 20 days in a row.
Did I make that noise?
She did. She made that noise. If any of you who are playing would like to donate to any of the rescues on tour, you can scan that QR code, and we want to thank you. We've been accused of having too much fun, but honestly,
we do.
We just do. We love what we do. We love, being able to bring this to people, and thank you all. Thank you so much. And we will see you all on the road.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Night.